Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode 22 of the Ironglide Iron Teeth hard mode playthrough. Today we are hoping to get this done, I'm hoping. With enough resources we should be okay, but water is our main problem. We used quite a bit of it and we are going to need quite a bit more wood to fix this problem. So basically we need more of these. Pumping wise, I think we're okay, but probably not. So this is going to be one of those wonderful little experiments of trying to make this at least somewhat easy for these guys to get the job done. Now, I'm not so sure if this is the same level. If it is, we are onto a winner. Somewhere in here is bridges, which I don't know why I can't find them. Let's see. Yeah, so it is. That is spectacular news. Okay. So, in that case then, we have ourselves a little bridge. I'm just wondering if it'd be much more fun to have a rope ladder in, to be honest. And I think it is. So we're going to do that. And to make this somewhat a place where we can at least try and get some water stored, just wondering if it's going to be best to try and hug the shoreline. I don't think there's going to be a decently right answer for this, to be honest. So I don't want to build the whatever these are, platforms. Oh my god. Because I want to dynamite underneath them, and that will kind of hinder us later down the line. So I think what's going to be best is this, and basically just do that. It is going to be a bit hokey-pokey to get the beavers into here, so maybe a platform would be better. Probably shouldn't steal other people's sayings, but hey ho, I'm English, therefore I will go with it. Yeah, so we are going to build that. And we are going to at least run that way. So we need to make sure that this is higher priority than everything else. Let's do that first. Don't know if that'll make a difference, but we'll find out soon. And storage. This is where this bit comes in. I am very unhappy with that, so think yeah, for the sake of it, I think it's just going to be a case of doing that. So let's also up the priority of that. And they will get around to this when they can, but we can lay in our water storage solution. Bit of a shame that we can't quite get in more than, well, we could. We just build out and over, I suppose. But again, we'd be starting to then build on the land, which is doable, but not what I want. So that's going to swallow pretty much all of our resources. We are not great on gears, fine on metal, and we have a drought approaching. So, okay. We're going to have to leave them to get on with that at their leisure. And I think we probably should plan for the future of at least blowing this out. And this. Now, you might be saying, they can't build that. What the hell are you doing? And you'd be right, they can't. But they will eventually. As this is going to be a case of, I think, one of these... yes. Oh good, it does reach. And then weep that this doesn't reach. Yeah, never mind. It gives us a little bit more space to do some more pumping, I suppose. This can be low priority. I don't think there's a rush job for this needed. I do wonder why they've not built this, though, over these. Can you do this one quicker, please? And we are going to get down into this drink at some point to fix a lot of the problems. So I guess it's as good a time as any to, I guess, build down here. Ladders would be nice, but we don't have them, so we can't use them. But I guess we can just... hopefully get away with that. And we can. Lovely. We'll leave them to deal with that at their own leisure. So, water is... sorry, beavers, but we are gonna push you through these 2 days. We need that water. Okay, so with that in the queue, let's worry about some other things. Although I don't think there's anything too stressful, if I'm totally honest, but let's have a look-see. So this has ground to a halt, which is to be expected. Looks like... let's just turn off this scaffolding. Looks like they have started to build the top level, which is more than I expected. So have they done all this? My lord, they have. Well, well, well. Have they done this second row down here? Not yet. It'd be nice to know when this was planned. They're tearing through that quicker than I expected, actually. So, all fair play to the beavers. They will, no doubt, make us proud. Anyway, so I don't think we need to worry too much about the science. We are quite low. We are going to get into bots once this is running. We do need to do a bit of terraforming and be cautious of contamination that these beavers are going to definitely get if they get it in the water. So we're probably going to have to build something that's going to, I don't suppose fix, but certainly make life a little bit easier for them. And I also think we're going to have to fill in this area, which is a bit of a shame. This was a pit down here, which we'll not go into because I've mentioned it several times, but we were going to build it underground like the last playthrough, which was a bit boring, so I'm building it in a pit rather than underground. We do need to build some stairs to get them down into this area because I do want to blast this out because I want to carve out this little channel, so I think that'd be quite nice to look at. Right, so production. So we are short of gears because they're all paused, so let's fix that problem. Planks are also still terrible. But that has put some beavers into work, so that's fine. Keeps them occupied and stops them from being too bored. These are marked for cutting? Yes, but why are they not being cut? They should be in range. Yes. For both? Yes. I guess they'll get to it when they can. But it's going to be quite a lot of wood here, and then hopefully this can start growing up in waves so that we're not completely, totally empty. As this isn't going to keep up this little bit here, so... Right, so half a day left of pumping. We are going to be cutting it fairly fine, I think. Very fine indeed, to be honest. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting one. So if this is 30 days, or thereabouts, the maximum capacity of this is just about enough. If it's less, then, and the RNG is kind to us, we should be in good order, but we will find out soon, I guess. We seem to be holding pretty steady with beaver population. We have plenty of spare beds, which is fantastic, because we've had quite a few homeless for a while. So we've built 1 million houses. We could probably do with something to get some of the additional benefits of these beavers. We do have this thing causing some high average well-being, but we could be doing so much better. So again, it's going to be a case of looking at what we have and what we need, and it's going to be just dotting these about, I think. Food's probably a decent one to go for the algae rations and the mushrooms and whatnot. They are pain to grow. So, okay, there's the drought. So let's just set that back to 18. They'll probably all now go to bed because they're hungry and tired, which is okay. They've earned their rest. But I'm not too happy with that water, so I'm going to leave them all pumping. We will drain this very quickly with all these pumps, so yeah, it's going to be a case of living with it, I think. We just need longer stretches of water, to be fair. I say water, longer stretches of decent weather for them to actually take advantage of it. So we also have this bad boy to get built, which is going to be needed at some point soon. Why is this full of scrap? Oh, okay, because we're ripping all this out as fast as possible. This is our only scrap that we have available to us, other than this little pile over here, which they are digging through. I am hoping that we have enough to get at least these built. Metal blocks are in for some of them. But yeah, stuck behind planks and gears for all of that. So yeah, it is what it is. But luckily all the gears are in here. We could destroy this and rip them out, but I'm not going to do that. I am hoping that this gear workshop can at least keep up. But our plank situation is, in fact, terrible. I would have thought there's enough lumber mills to make this less of a problem, but apparently not, so I guess we'll wait and see on that one. I'm looking for all the foodstuffs. The best. Alright, so that's planks again. I think a lot of that is just going into sparkly planks, so what's the recipe for this again? So we need sparkly planks no matter what. Okay. I'm less concerned about that, to be fair. And I guess we have enough jobs that they don't want to... Oh, okay, these are not prioritised. That'll be why. Yes, please. Get those done. Hopefully that'll reprioritise their efforts. I've just made a note of this. We are quite fortunate this time. That's not the full 30 days it could have been. 10k is about right, I think, for what we need. So I'm quite happy with that outcome. It's worked out for us. So if they get these built, they're not going to fill all of these, but once they're online, That was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. 22 would be much better. I think that would give us enough water if we can keep them full enough to build some of the algae and mushrooms in the hydroponic gardens. It's just that these things drink a absolute ton of water. And we are wasting quote-unquote water by keeping things alive with water dumps, which are quite vital, especially over here, where all of this needs to exist. So, planks aren't looking the best, gears are pretty much empty. That's... At least 3 of them are full, so hopefully when the planks come in, we can keep things rolling there. We just need an extra long temperate cycle to fix a lot of the problems we have. We're going to need a path in here, so let's do that while we remember. And then hopefully these can be done before this is finished, or at least some of them. Right, so trees are... good. Okay, there's loads coming in. So from a wood point of view, I think we're going to be okay. We are struggling to cut them, which could be due to lack of haulers, to be honest. So I may look to put in some more hauling posts. Just need to put them somewhere where they're out the way enough to not be a problem, which I think was carved up here. So let's just go for it. Let's put in... let's just get rid of this block here as top priority. And kaboom. Or not. Thank you for getting most of the way there and then stopping. Anyone? Anyone at all? Literally anyone. Thanks. Alright, good. Get rid, and now chuck in a nicely squared off holding post, followed by... not another one. I would like this to be done sooner rather than later as well. Oh yeah, probably should set these to water. I'll use quick set on this. Let's just stop it complaining. There we go. I am going to pause these guys. I think we've got enough to keep us going. I'll leave six working. They should be able to keep most of that need for the tanks to be full going, and once that's done we should definitely be able to put them to good use. In fact, I will put in a second hauling post. Also, priority. And we're going to max these bad boys out. And I'm hoping that that fixes some of the transportation issues, which I'm hoping the wood getting pulled out of the ground here is because we just don't have enough haulers to literally do anything with it. Not sure. But with any luck, that should fix our problem. Resource-wise, we are just as bad as we were before. So I wonder what is... The productivity is terrible. Alright. Yeah, alright. So I think this is a problem with... probably haulers. I don't really like to do this, but... if we at least do the original block of 6, I think all the main stuff up here is prioritised as well. Yeah, it is. But I won't do these. Or should I do these? I'll do some of these. hopefully they don't spend 75% of the time getting stuff. The productivity of those is okay. I guess we're going to need this sorting out as well. Okay. That one hasn't been built yet, again, because of lack of planks. I'm hoping that these can get done sooner rather than later. Okay, so 20 days to go. Quite out of water yet, so that's okay. I'm hoping that these are a bit closer, so these will get full first. These really should be set to supply, I think, to get water into the other depots. Say depots, tanks. So, right. Well-being. What can we do to make this better then? So, ignoring the food, campfires and rooftop terrace. So, we definitely need some more campfires. Where can we squeeze some in, I guess? Don't think that's big enough space. This is now kind of an abomination, so we can't really squeeze too much in here. But we could... use some of this empty land up here that can really be used for nothing for some entertainment space. Let's see. This is probably a big waste of time. We can't do this yet because we don't have anything for dirt. So the motivarium could be a good one. Or the wind tunnel. Again, very frivolous purchase for the lack of resources that we have. So we need to be a bit careful here. I think this is probably the best way to go with this. So let's just get rid of that. We put that in and probably blast out this area, and then we can probably look to get in, if not the wind tunnel, the motivarium. Yeah, but we do need power for that, so is there an easy way to get the power into this? No. We are going to have to use an engine for this. So we may need to say goodbye to some corn, so let's get rid of that. And say goodbye to all of this. And I think maybe we can be a little bit sneaky. Because if we bring this forward just a tiny bit, like so, I'm wondering how tall we need to be to get something like these in. At least that tall. Okay. Then how tall is a motivarium? Oh, she big. Okay. It's probably not worth the science we're about to blow on this, but yes, please. And so it's definitely taller than that. So I'm guessing it's 3. So if we put 2 there and then this on top. Yes, okay. Let's call it a rain cover. We'll put this little rain cover across here. The engine can go on top, but then run straight into the back of it, I think. I think that will work. And then we'll just run access rounds somehow. Not sure on how yet, but we'll figure that one out at another time. So I'll leave that on pause as I want to get these in at the back here first. No, don't want that either. So, no, but we do need to lay the groundwork for power, I think. Can these be built through? I don't know actually. If we put in do these work through the top? I don't know. I doubt it. Oh. Damn. That'd have been nice if it did, but we're not that lucky. Fair enough. So, we need that. I guess we're just going to go up to the side. And then do this. I never got a hope of it being able to build any of that, but that is going to be... Oh yeah, we're kind of stuck on there, aren't we? I guess that'll have to do. So we have a nice little pretty cover, which is lovely for the beavers to keep themselves dry in the rain that doesn't happen. So maybe one day, but still. All right, so let's have a look. See. Aha! We are finally done. You can't reach that, so you may as well retire. I'm hoping these guys can at least cover most of it. Seemingly so. I don't know why that's a problem for them, but... Never mind. So how are we doing over here? This is mostly done. How are we looking? Planks are still awful. Metal is awful. Gears are awful. Good. So we're doing well. So 16 days, 10k of water. It's still not great. Still not great at all. Was that water not reach back there? That's interesting. Okay. Noted for future reference. There's nothing pretty much left near anyway, so that'll probably evaporate long before that is a problem. This river is still full, so we're okay. That's going to run out shortly. There's no chance they're ever going to get to that until this is done. Hoping they can actually build this. Is this not being built because you just can't get the bits? Right, fine, okay. That's fine. Yeah, thought it would be the case that they can't get it built, but it kind of is what it is. That's coming in at the bottom here. Yeah, okay. It's a patience game. I think I put these last two in last, literally. So I think that's why that's taken them a bit longer to build at the end. Okay, so that scrap's almost gone. It's probably about time we got them to concentrate on this a little bit more. So just finish this, please, and all of this. As I do want to be able to put power into this thing, as I do want dirt. And that should give them the sneaky access to be able to actually reach all of this, which looks like they can. Then we'll just rip out the bridge and reconnect it up here. So, bit sneaky, but it definitely works. So, I don't believe we're using the gears for anything anymore with these now finished. So that's okay. Alright, so we just need the planks to recover, which won't happen until this is finished. So this isn't actually finished. It's another layer of stuff to build. Water wheels on the top layer, but I think we can get to those from the sides rather than anywhere else. I'll just run them across the top, across here. There needs to be another layer higher of these levees, and then with any luck they should be able to get everything in place to build all of that. So once that's in, these sides need to go in. We'll rip out of these cranes, and then again it'll just be a case of running them in across the tops. We do need to build a barrier at the top here anyway, so it'll be doing stuff with dirt and stairs, I think, to make that work for us. So let's just get rid of that, and this should be a case of, I believe, this guy followed by this guy and this guy. Get them in, so at least, not that there's anyone in it, but it should be able to get power. With any luck anyway. I should be able to reach everything, so if that starts spinning, the one underneath is... There's hideous squeaking sound, apologise. Good, okay. So, I'm hoping if we get someone in, building needs power. Does it now? So what is it using currently? What have I not? Wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. Right. I believe they can reach that. No, I think they can anyway. What about precious 99 logs? But this thing's going to suck power out of the system anyway, but I think... good. So... for now, just going to pause that. Ah, good. So, power is holding steady with that not running, so that's what we want. We're going to have to run new power lines in anyway to hook into this. This is our feed. But yeah, we are kind of at the peak of what the power at, and that's with 2 engines running, so... it's kind of a yikes situation with that one. But we seem to have enough treated planks to keep things going. This is not finished. So, just need to yeah, I really need the dirt to sort that out, but it is what it is. I need the facilities running for everything else, so I'm just going to ignore that for now. I think we're kind of stuck on the production line and waiting for this, so oh well, it is what it is. We'll leave them to it. Yeah, it's low priority, so that doesn't matter. There's plenty of wood, but they're not really ripping it out as quickly as I would like. Maybe we do need to add some more things in. I think going to be a short episode this time, so I'm going to leave it here, and we will resume with the beavers in the next episode, hopefully to get this finished. When I first started and saw that they were on the top layer, I was full of encouragement, but tragically that is not happened quite so fast due to this. So we'll just have to wait and see how that works. Other than that, I think hauling has probably fixed some of the issues that we had from a production point of view here, but it's still not great. I think there's enough manufacturing capacity. It's just hauling capacity. Let's see if that makes a difference, that they can get the logs into them. It could also be that logs are just 1,000,000 miles away. So where are the nearest logs? Down here, and there's nothing in it. So where are logs going? Down here? Definitely not planks. Well, other than the fact we don't have any, but are they coming over here? That could explain some things, actually. That could explain a lot of things. Okay, in that case then. This is probably not the most efficient layout that could be done, but and I would like these to be obtained. But we'll leave them to it. So next time we'll try and fix some of the issue. I think maybe it is actually a supply issue at this point, so we'll work on that the next time. And then come the end of 12 days, hopefully this 8,000 water will keep us going strong, but we shall see. But other than that, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please chuck them down below, and we'll catch you with the beavers next time.